And good morning. Welcome to the pregame show. Pregame show with no sponsor today. All we want to know is the sound coming through. So yeah, long weekend. A lot of stuff going on in Major League Baseball, and I think the best thing that I saw in Major League Baseball. Here we are in the middle of May, and the best record in Major League Baseball belongs to the Minnesota Twins. And even better than that, what the Minnesota Twins have done, not only are they winning, but they have carved out a block of $5 seats for the remainder of all of their home games this month, and they sold over 20,000 seats of those $5 seats within a day. They're winning, they're making the game affordable, and that's the name of the game. Boy, if Major League Baseball could follow that, wouldn't that be something? Good morning, everybody. Do we have sound? That's what I'm hoping for. Somebody clue me in, okay? So there you go. That's got a lot of interesting stuff. We had a beat writer for the Baltimore Orioles on our show on Sunday on Sirius Radio. And he said some very interesting things about, especially about the closer. Thank you, Easy Kill. There are a number of players that he talked about. Castro, he talked about a kid named Phillips, and there's nobody really directly in line. When Michael Gibbons gets traded, it's a toss-up between a number of different players. He also said that Ryan Mountcastle has not found a position yet. Has not found a position yet. Okay, so we'll see what happens with Mountcastle. He may even come up and be the DH. Cedric Mullins is playing well. And Austin Hayes now has started playing, and Yuniel Diaz not doing too well, but he will eventually get up there. So I kind of like that Oriole outfield of the future. And Richard Blyer, who's on the 10-day DL, his name was mentioned. Of course, Miguel Castro's name was mentioned as a potential closer. And so we'll see what happens. And Evan Phillips, he's the guy that I thought would be the closer. Also someone that Craig Mish told me to watch out for Evan Phillips. Craig is well in tune with Baltimore as well as some of the other teams. So we asked about that, and pretty much that was it. So some interesting stuff. John Means seems to have come. He's the only lefty, by the way, in that Baltimore rotation. So welcome aboard, everybody, as we're getting ready for the 9 o'clock minute. For those of you listening, we usually do a pregame show just to make sure that everybody has got the sound in the chat room. We generally have 40, 50 people here in the chat room, so we welcome you to join us as well if you're listening on Spreaker, on iTunes, on YouTunes, on Looney Tunes. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Looney Tunes. Good morning, everybody. The official opening is here, and we already mentioned the fact that Minnesota in first place, and they have done something that it sounds like bonus, but well, you know what? Andrea doesn't edit the beginning anymore, so we had to change it around. Good morning to Greg and Cam G and DK Lush and Doug Boyle. Easy Kill Jeannie is here with the light brown hair. Cha-Cha must be somewhere as he's in Arizona visiting the lovely Jeannie. That guy, the real AA, Timothy My Hooker, and Unholy Toledo, as everybody filtering in and joining the fun. So we'll hold off on the trivia questions until you show up, okay? Now, if you listen to the Sunday show, we had a little argument. And let's see if anybody's hot on their heels, okay? We had the argument, and it's the fact that Madison Baumgartner has a no-trade clause, and the 8 teams that he has, the ones he can block, he can still approve trades to those teams, but he has a no-trade clause, and each and every one of those 8 teams is a contender who could definitely use him. right? So why would Madison Baumgartner, instead of saying, I don't want to go to Kansas City, I don't want to go to Baltimore, right? Instead of saying that, why would he list the best 8 teams in Major League Baseball, the teams most likely to actually want him, and teams that are capable maybe of going to the World Series? Why would Madison Baumgartner list those teams? Good morning to Beach Bum is made it into the studio. Good morning. So why would Madison Baumgartner? We had a little argument about that. Yes, go up on top. Help Beach Bum get sound. Okay. Why would Madison Baumgartner? Why would Baumgartner put down those 18? I say I get all flustered when somebody says they don't have sound, and that's only because of the fact that I don't think Beach Bum has been here. We have a new format where you go up and plug it in. Okay, help Beach Bum, please. Help Beach Bum. Okay, help Beach Bum. All right, that's my Beach Bum. Okay, there you go. Okay, I've got sound. Sometimes the speaker app is start to slow. Okay, go up to Spreaker app. On top. Okay, there you go. So that takes care of that. All right. Sometimes when Cha-Cha is here from the great state of Arizona. Sometimes the teams he named, he gets to waive the no trade, effectively giving him the choice of teams. But what's the big reason? Yeah, he's got the choice of teams, but also when one of these teams wants him and makes a big offer, what does he do? He says, you got to buy me out of my no-trade clause. And that's the reason, all right? There was so much speculation as to why, he puts the best teams. Why wouldn't he want to go there? Well, he wants to go there, but he wants to get paid. That's the reason that they have the no-trade clause, okay? Beach Bum, you got sound yet? Okay? We'll check with the Beach Bum, who lives, by the way, in the great state of Myrtle Beach, okay? All right, let's see what happens, okay? Now, moving right along. Here's a trivia question for you that I don't think you'll get, okay? I don't think you'll get. What pitcher has the most starts of 6 innings or more with 1 or no earned runs allowed from 2015 until now? That's 6 or more innings with 1 or no earned runs allowed from 2015 to the present. Now, I'll give you, there are 3 pitchers that are tied with the lead. 2 of them are Jake DeGrom and Justin Verlander. Who is the 3rd pitcher who leads Major League Baseball with 6 or more innings, 1 or no earned runs allowed from 2015 until now? Okay, who is that? White Sox gal gets it. Okay, there you go. John Lester, that didn't take a long time. We got the White Sox guy, the Chicago John Lester. And of course now, along with that, 57 times has John Lester thrown 6 innings or more, giving up 1 or no earned runs since 2015. DeGrom and Verlander have tied 57. Greinke's at 55. Max Scherzer is at 55. Arrieta is at 54. Where's Clayton? Where's Kershaw? There he is at 53. And Chris Sale has 50. So the question now becomes, and I throw this to the chat room as we always do, will John Lester make it to the Hall of Fame? That's the question. Will John Lester make it to the Hall of Fame? Good morning to George. Good morning to Malpal, Methical, Mitchell Harston, Phil Chaplin. Good morning to the Real Double A. And good morning to Unholy Toledo. And thank you so much. Malpal was a big contributor to our show on Sunday, coming up with a tweet that enabled us to ask our guests a question, and it was terrific. So thank you, Malpal. And if you all can, next Sunday, got a special day coming up. We really want to show Sirius Radio how popular baseball is, so I'm going to ask you to flood the lines. Who's the only pitcher in the expansion era with at least 25 strikeouts in a span of 9 innings? 25 strikeouts in a span of 9 innings pitched. The only pitcher in the expansion era. Okay, who do you think that could be? Mitch Harston is here. Good morning, Mitch. Come on, what's the matter with Bum? All right, what's the matter with the Bum? All right, try it to get sound. All right, well, we're trying. Somebody help him. Okay, who the only pitcher in the expansion era with at least 25 strikeouts in a span of 9 innings? That's right. Lester has 11 straight seasons. 11 straight seasons. Same thing with Mitch. 11 straight seasons of 31 or more starts. All right? Including exactly 32 in the last 5 years. That's right. Arnie has it. It's Josh Hader. Somebody help Mitch Harston out with sound as well. Please, if you don't mind. This is one of the pitfalls in changing the format. All right, so just go up on top and click the Mixler, and away we go. Now, this will get your attention. Cody Bellinger is hitting .407, and he's the first Dodger to carry a .400 batting average through 173 plate appearances since when? Who was the last Dodger to hit over .400, right, in 170-plus plate appearances, okay? Mitchell Harston is good, okay? There you go, all right? Cha-Cha's doing a podcast next. You don't need sound for the Cha-Cha podcast. Just want to let you know. Yeah, who's the last Dodger to carry a .400 batting average through over 170 plate appearances? Let's see who that could be, all right? And Hyun-Shin Ryu. Hyun-Shin Ryu, I mean, I'll tell you something, has really emerged this year. Really emerged. He almost had a no-hitter yesterday. Okay? The last player to carry a .400 batting average for the Dodgers through about 170 plate appearances was Jackie Robinson in 1951. Now, that was a tough one, okay? That was a tough one. All right, let me ask you another trivia question. Who has the best ERA in Major League Baseball since the beginning of 2018? Who has the best ERA in Major League Baseball since the start of 2018? Anybody want to take a shot on that? That I'm not going to tell you the answer to so fast, okay? Who has the best, right? Who has the best ERA in Major League Baseball since the start of 2018? And I will tell you what the ERA is. It's not DeGrom. Nope, not DeGrom. The best ERA, 1.88 since the start of 2018. All right, there you go. Beach Bum's got the sound. One of the more unexpected stats to emerge in the first month and change of the fantasy baseball season is that Jose Altuve is stuck on one stolen base on just 3 attempts, with only 1 attempt since his only successful theft back on April 4th. So here's a guy who has gotten no fewer than 30 stolen bases in 6 straight seasons. He had 56 in 2014. Should Altuve owners be concerned? Yeah, he's trending downhill in that category. He only had 17 last year, only 21 attempts, and now he's got the hammy and all this other stuff. He had the knee surgery. Is Jose Altuve still a first-round pick? That's right, Hyun-Shin Ryu, right? Hyun-Shin Ryu has the best ERA, 188, since the start of 2018. So, are we taking Altuve? He's turned 29 this week. The speed is likely gone for good. So we may not get another 20 stolen base year out of Jose Altuve. Do we take him out of the first round? We also knew that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. would struggle, all right, at some point. But nobody expected a 146 average heading into Saturday. And he's simply getting pitchers. Here's what's happening. The pitchers are going at him down the strike zone. An absurd 70% ground ball rate. All right? But look, the Jays have to build a stronger lineup around them. They're just throwing them. They're not throwing the ball. Here's what's happening to Vlad. They're not throwing it off the plate. They're throwing it on the plate, but they're keeping the ball so far down that he's just hit ground balls at 70%. 70%. So they moved him in front of Justin Smoke and Randall Grichuk last week, and we'll see what that happens. Okay, we'll see. They're trying to keep Brandon Drury and Eric Sogard in the lineup. They're hot.